Hello and welcome back to this is part 4 of my playthrough of Final Fantasy III. Before I actually get started, as I said last time, I'm going to do a little bit of level grinding. And I didn't do a whole lot, just one level each. So here's where they were. Level 6 for Joel and 7 for the rest. Now it's 7 for Joel and 8 for the rest. So I mainly did that just for the HP boost. Because enemies starting pretty much now start dealing a fair amount more damage. I also got Mark the Bolt spell. So it's not the most effective spell at this point in the game, but every little bit helps. Also fully healed them up before I continue, so let's do this. Oh, there's Bahamut, or if you used to watch old Yu-Gi-Oh! Baby Dragon. Okay, so these guys I'm not a fan of. Did most of my level grinding here, and the rucks are the things that gave me the most problems. So hopefully I can get through it in time. And I apologize for the lateness of episode 3. Still familiarizing myself with the editing program, and you'll also notice that there's 2 part 3s, because for one reason or another, the commentary didn't hold on the last upload. I rendered the video, just had no choice with it being Father's Day but to leave my computer on and hope it rendered properly. And I made the mistake of not watching the video before uploading it, so there's 2 part 3s. One with commentary and one without commentary. So my first goal on this area is to actually get the arrow spell. I forget which chest it's in, but it will make this whole area much easier. Also, last time I noticed that my microphone was picking up the audio from the TV, so I have that volume down now, so playing with a subtly different sound delay. Not a whole lot, it's just a split second, but gotta do what I gotta do. Here we go. These things aren't too difficult. The most they can do is paralyze a party member. So I think these are the ones that can cast glare. But as you saw when it attacked Joel, it only dealt like 5 damage, so trying to think of something to talk about here. So I'm thinking about... Oh, it's petrify, not paralyze. Okay. That changes a thing or two. I thought it was paralyzed. I don't even think I have 2 softs. No spell that'll take care of that yet. So hopefully I can buy... I think the spell's called Esuna in this game. I know it is in later games. Holy shit. That's not good. two physical attackers are paralyzed. So the biggest thing with the delay in the upload is it took me forever to figure out how to sync the game audio to the game footage. Throughout the video file, there was approximately about a 6-second delay, which is significant enough that it throws off everything. So, but I figured out how to fix that problem. I just have to produce the video file from my capture program. And again, I'm using just a keep it simple stupid method. But once I produced it, the audio and the gameplay synced up perfectly, so stop attacking Joel. So I'm thinking of maybe having two games at the same time. But the other game won't be something that goes on for a long time. It'll be like maybe a part or two. That way there's a bit more variety on my channel than just Final Fantasy III. The game I'm currently thinking about is Little Nemo, the Dream Master, or whatever the subtitle is. It's a great little Disney Capcom. Not even Disney, I don't think. It's just a great Capcom game. It's difficult, but I quite enjoy it. And I'm beginning to think I didn't level up enough here. Shit, son. I've already basically used all of Walt's spell slots. Casting Cure, and they just keep going after Joel. Okay, you're using a potion instead of a Cure spell. Oh, hey. It fell. So I think it's either this screen or the next screen that provides the treasure chest that has the arrow spell in it. And once I get that, it will make this entire area so much. I think that's it right there. Son of a bitch. You might be wondering why I'm not running from any of these encounters. It's because this game does something weird with running. Once you run, your entire party's defense drops to 0, even if it's just one member running. So, it's almost never a good idea to run from an encounter in this game. It's best just to stick it out. I've had many a long gameplay sessions come to a grinding halt as a result of running and not saving, especially in the last area of this game, because it's just a grind. There's like 6 or so floors of the last dungeon, maybe more, but you have to fight 4 consecutive bosses without a save spot, without a spot to heal, and it just It sucks, but you need to rescue those Dark Warriors. Which I have a headcanon for. You never play a game in this series where you play as the Warriors of Dark, or whatever. You're always playing as the Heroes of Light. But the game series Bravely Default, it's made by Square. It's definitely a Final Fantasy game in all but name. It has a job system. It has... It's pretty much all in all a better Final Fantasy III. So my headcanon is the 4 characters in that game. Yeah, I don't remember their names. But I like to consider them the Dark Warriors. And here's the thing. The way the Dark Warriors talk in this game, they're not bad guys. Light and dark in this game's universe need to be in constant balance, and every so often the darkness starts becoming too great, or the light starts becoming too great, and that balance needs to be maintained. So if one starts overtaking the other, heroes will be chosen, I'm guessing by the same crystals, to either repel the light or repel the darkness. And in this game, you just happen to be playing as the Warriors of Light. The one thing I wish this game had for all classes was a defend option. Because now that Walt is out of spell slots, and I can cast Arrow now, but I want to keep it as long as possible, but thankfully that's the end of that map. Now I'm in Bahamut's nest, and Bahamut has babies. They all just say Wark. Hey, what's that? Hi, who are you? He's Desh. And he seems to have amnesia. So remember how I said running is rarely an option in this game? This area forces you to run. If you don't run, you will lose. There is no way to defeat Bahamut. Thankfully, they sort of set it up so he misses most of the time. But even still. I think once or twice I have lost a party member to Bahamut trying to run. And that's that section of the game. I think I'm gonna get to the tiny village and call it a day. Ah, dang it. There we go. So Desh gave me the mini spell, which is needed. And this is where the game starts relying heavily on magic users. Just werewolves. They are harmless. Because when you you have the mini status. Physical attacks are worthless. If they even make contact, they only deal 1 damage. And you have to go through a small cave just to get to the next area. And then you have to do an entire dungeon with the status. So probably once I get into the tiny village, I'm probably going to change them all to wizards, including Joel. Even though he's a red wizard, red wizards just don't deal the damage needed for magic spell damage. So it's a bit short today, about 15 minutes, but I'm gonna... Actually, I'll do what I can in the mini village, then I'll call it a day. So... cast mini on everybody. The mini village is called Tozaz. And as you can see, it's exactly what it says. It's a village of either just people who are naturally tiny, or victims of a rogue wizard who just keeps casting mini on people. So it's important to just buy. So buy another spell of that, buy one of those. So Ellie, despite being a fighter, is going to be given that fire and ice spell. They will be getting more spells as I go here, but for now that's what they get. That item's not very worth getting. So in order to get to the next area, you gotta go into this house here. This person I think needs an antidote. Yep. So you just press the B button, give them the antidote. And there we go. But if I recall, I'm gonna test this out now. You need to do that every time you come in here. Well, maybe not. Oh yeah, they're fine. So yeah, they just respawn back into their bed. But they seem to be permanently healed. So I'm gonna... That fucking guy's blocking the path. That's one thing I don't like about this village. There's one narrow path leading in and out of it. And if you are unlucky enough that that one villager heads into that path, you kind of just have to go in and out of a building to reset him, and it's not a big deal, but it takes up a bunch of time. So, that's the end of part 4. If you liked what you watched, hit that subscribe button and drop a like, and feel free to comment. This should be up shortly. Have a nice day.